like a lot happened today in football, so it was a must record. And I guess we can just start there with the trades. So, a lot happened. You said that you had a question prepared.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give you the floor.
Out of the Davante Adams to the Jets and Amari Cooper to the Bills, which one? Because everybody knows Davante Adams is the better player. He's reuniting with Aaron Rodgers. But which one suits the team better? Which one's going to end up better?
Okay. I feel like the Amari Cooper to the Bills trade, if done right, is a more impactful move than the Davante Adams to the Jets trade. Davante Adams is the better player than the two of them. The Jets were in a lower place and have more room to go up, in my opinion. So I guess there's more room for change, and he's a better player, so you'd think there'd be more change. But I just think if the Bills commit to the run and continue to like go through James Cook and Ray Davis and Josh Allen on the floor, I think having one nasty receiver like an Amari Cooper is more impactful for them. Late game, 2-minute drill, those scenarios to take them over the top to be a contending team.
He's throwing to nobody right now.
Shakir.
Which was my big thing. Like,
Right.
Shakir's your number one, then you got Mac Hollins and Curtis Samuel. Kincaid's
Coleman.
fine, but I swear Dawson Knox gets more bird.
He does,
It's ridiculous.
Dawson Knox.
Kincaid.
And then, and the Jets, like, they had a number one receiver, and I think the other
They had
receivers...
a 2 and a 3. Lazard and Williams were great.
I was just going to say they were playing well.
Yeah.
So it's not... I mean, yeah, like, it draws a whole new level of attention to Davante. It opens up Garrett Wilson, I think, a little bit. Because aside from the last 2 games, and really just this most recent game, he wasn't getting open for anything beyond, like, 6 yards. So maybe it frees him up a little bit more. God damn it, man.
These mics are unbelievable. Last time was the kid ringing the goddamn post.
Yeah. I
This
think
is
I also
unbelievable.
probably should, like, shut the windows.
They're open?
I think so. Just to get a little bit
No,
of
it's nice,
airflow.
though. It's a nice little...
Yeah. But anyway, I think, Davante Adams, as great as he is, there's only so much you can help that team without it being an offensive line. You know, like that really feels like what's hampering them is offensive line, and then I think playmakers defensively. Like they have, I mean, Quincy Williams. Don't get me wrong, great players, but like I think like a Hassan Reddick would have been perfect there if he wanted to fucking play for them.
Yeah, he's being a bitch right now.
Yeah, he kind of is. But I think he's being a bitch
Holy
right now.
shit!
He's being a bitch.
Damn it!
He's being a bitch. Crazy. But yeah, what are your thoughts?
Exactly what you said. Funny enough,
Really?
Amari Cooper is. I think he's a top 15 talent wise, not necessarily production, but like on the Cowboys he was gross. I think with a Josh Allen guy, he's gonna be filthy because if you throw it up to him, he's not like huge at 50-50 ball. He's not like a crazy big dude, but he's gonna just position himself right. He somehow winds up with the ball.
Yeah.
More often than not.
He's got good like tracking skills.
And he just played for such a shitty team, shitty organization.
I know.
And he wants it so bad.
When's the last time he was on a good team? Was it the Cowboys? Like,
Cowboys, yeah.
Because those Browns team, I mean, they got a little frisky.
He had a very good year last year, though. But just didn't.
He has dropped a couple this year, from what I've seen. He's dropped a couple.
Yeah.
Where I was just like, nah.
I just feel like he's not even enjoying. Like, if you look at him, I don't think he smiled.
I have an interesting question, though. I mean, it's actually kind of stupid. Maybe it's just me being hopeful because I'm a Garrett Wilson owner.
Yeah.
I
think it's better for him.
I think so, too, in some ways, for sure. God damn, man.
These fucking things. Dude.
But I do wonder, is Davante Adams like a lock to be the number one guy?
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah. Dude, look how long you play with Aaron Rodgers for, and you know he's still gross.
I just feel like, he's still really good, right? Like, he's shown flashes.
I think it's going to be like he's A.J. Brown, Garrett Wilson's Devonta Smith.
That's kind of what I was thinking, too.
And there's plenty of games where Devonta Smith's better than A.J. Brown. Not necessarily better, but he's putting up better numbers.
Yeah.
You could argue he's better than A.J. Brown in certain parts of the game. I don't think... You could probably say with Garrett Wilson now, because he's younger, he's probably a quicker guy.
I was going to say...
Davante Adams
he's
is
definitely quicker.
But Davante Adams
Garrett's
is still probably...
so fast.
Yeah.
Did
you see his little shake-up off the line?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Like, and
Gross.
if he's in the slot, he's gonna be in the slot more.
Mm-hmm.
They already last game with the new head coach had Garrett Wilson in the slot way more.
I mean, you go against the Broncos. Who's Pat Surtain playing against?
Davante Adams.
Now who's playing against Garrett Wilson?
That's that's what was Garrett Wilson's problem in the
Yeah.
beginning of the season. I felt like, at least that's what kept him from like really having huge games.
Mm-hmm.
And also, it's not like Alan Lazard. Like, I mean, if we're talking fantasy wise, Alan Lazard is wide receiver 11. You know that?
Yeah.
So
He's
let's just
stupid.
say Garrett Wilson takes that role
Mhm.
in terms of target share. Maybe not like what they're doing, but the target share. Then theoretically, he'd be better than wide receiver 11. We all think Garrett Wilson's better than Alan Lazard.
Yeah.
I mean, Lazard's probably better.
Also,
after
what
the
helped
catch,
was
but-
probably that Hail Mary for a touchdown. That was probably, 14 points, 13
No,
points
but
right
bro,
there.
like he's like doing well, like outside
know,
of
no,
that. He
I
had
know.
one game below 10 points. That's it. One game
Yeah.
below 10 points.
Now Garrett Wilson's just going to do so much better with that. Mike Williams is now on the trade block, they said.
That's what they said.
Yeah. Aaron Rodgers was pissed.
That Mike Williams on.
Well,
trade
he was like, what? They asked him, like, what happened with that late game pick. He goes, Mike Williams didn't run the right route.
really.
Supposed to stay at the red line. He ended up cutting in. Can't do
Roger
that.
said that.
Yeah.
Dude, that's.
Dude loves throwing people under the bus. Loves it.
I mean, I guess it's like accountability though. It's like that's what happened.
Yeah, you love it.
You could also say that's what happened.
Yeah.
But to me, it's like if I'm Aaron Rodgers, I'm like, all right, well, my bad. We'll figure it out in practice.
Yeah.
Like, we'll figure it out behind the closed doors, like where it matters. It doesn't matter in the media.
Yeah.
All the media will do is drag Mike Williams.
Yeah.
In the press conference. No,
Mike Williams should just go back to the Chargers. They need a wide receiver so
Low-key.
bad, and like
Low-key.
he'd be fine there. He knows the system.
low key.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't. New offense.
Oh yeah,
New coach.
yeah.
Knew everything.
Well, he knows Justin Herbert,
Oh yeah, he does. I mean,
Yeah.
Justin Herbert needs somebody he knows out there for
Lad
sure.
McConkey. This guy.
Crazy. But overall, what would you grade the trade for the Bills?
For the Bills, I think they're at like an A- team. Probably just brought him to an A.
Okay.
It's a great trade, but they're already good enough to where they might not have necessarily needed to do that, but if they want to get to like that last push to like really make a run at the Super Bowl, they needed a guy like that.
So grade wise.
A.
A.
A-.
How about for the Browns? You get a third rounder. You move back from 6th to 7th round.
I think they were terrible anyway. He probably didn't even want to be there. He wasn't making too much of an impact. I think that's a good trade for them to get something for it. Probably a B.
And we'll keep this pretty quick because this could be a whole nother topic.
Yeah.
What does this mean for the Browns?
They're in a rebuild.
What does that mean for Deshaun Watson?
Deshaun Watson, I think they're still only playing him because of how much they paid him. When you pay a guy that much and you know you're going to have to give him the money, you're going to start him. Especially when you don't think a guy behind him is going to elevate the team to that next level. So why not just play him for now? I think he's out as soon as he can be, though.
But what does trading Amari Cooper mean for that? To me, it means that they might sit him.
You think?
Because it was one thing. It's like you play the guy that you're paying a ton of money because you're paying him a ton of money. It's your only chance of winning is if he actually is good. But if you send off Amari Cooper for draft capital, it's like your hopes of being good are out the window.
Yeah.
You don't think you're going to be good. You're trading for rebuild purposes. You traded one of the best receivers in football.
Yeah.
He now has no weapons.
Mm-hmm.
So, to me, I think that's potentially a sign of a Deshaun Watson sitting.
Yeah. It could be.
'Cause,
Because, I mean, the last 3 weeks, they kept asking him, the head coach, who's your starting quarterback? He goes, Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
He is our starting quarterback next week.
They love doing that
Word
shit,
for
though.
word, he said it every week.
They love doing that shit.
Yeah, they do.
They love doing that shit. That's cap. Broncos
I mean, we did it. Patriots did
yeah,
that.
it's true. The Broncos got rid of... I think the Broncos are a good example for the Browns. I think they're looking at what the Broncos did with Russell Wilson. They're like, all right, that shit just didn't work. They tried everything they could.
Mhm.
They shipped Jerry Jeudy, and
Yeah.
then got rid of Russ. But like Russ was out the door. They sat him and they just said, fuck it, we'll eat the money. It's not worth putting a bad product out there.
Who's the Browns receiving core now other than Jerry Jeudy?
Elijah Moore, who's got talent. I promise you, he's
yeah.
got talent. But
Was he on the Jets at one point?
yeah,
Yeah.
I'd just put Jameis in there at this point, me personally.
Yeah.
But
I love Jameis.